Okay, y'all. They are trying to do to Nicki Minaj, allegedly, what they did to Wendy Williams. Putting her in, putting her away and putting her in conservatorship, this and that and this. Word on the street is there are whispers of this behind closed doors going on right now for Nicki Minaj. Okay, y'all? We are about to talk about it. Nicki Minaj is coming out swinging in every which way she can. Her IG has been deactivated. It's a lot going on. This is getting, a little bit out of hand right now. And this could go in a really dark direction right now. Because you're dealing with, two big celebrities, okay? And she got just as many fans as they do. I'm just saying, y'all, okay? And we're about to talk about it. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. To my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some is not, and the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. First, I want to say happy Sunday. I hope everyone had a wonderful day. Please stay safe and all that good stuff. Please stay aware of your surroundings. And please, y'all, watch the company that you keep, because it just may save your life and keep you out of trouble. Okay, y'all? So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Yes, y'all. There are whispers of them trying to Wendy Williams, Nicki Minaj, y'all. This is crazy on so many levels. They're trying to act as if Nicki Minaj got some screws missing now, so they want to try to put her in a conservatorship. Now, the thing of this is, when Wendy Williams went in this conservatorship, she had just got a divorce. She had just got a divorce, so she didn't have anybody to take over this conservatorship. Now, the question is, how they going to do that? Because Nicki married. Nicki is married. And I'm hoping to God that she has a husband that's going to stand by her instead of somebody that's out to get her money too. Because, we're hearing a lot of stuff that's going on with Nicki Minaj and her husband and the cheating rumors and them, getting into it and throwing the clothes out and all this stuff. We've been hearing all this stuff too. And I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. I think Nicki Minaj needs some prayers right now. Because if she have the type of husband that is, I'm just saying, that we're hearing about, if those rumors are true, what they're saying about her husband, she's in trouble, y'all. Because this would be right up his alley to put her somewhere and he in charge of her money. Okay, y'all? So I'm hoping and praying that she got somebody that's going to be in her corner and not going to, do her in. Because if he doing her in now and he don't have ownership of her money, that's going to do a whole, to the 25th power, he's going to be doing her in if he gets access to her money. And then the thing of it is, too, you got to ask yourself this question, and I'm going to ask y'all, too. Due to the fact that he has this background and he is, on that registered list and all of that other stuff, would he be somebody that they would deem to be over her conservatorship if they was to do this to her? Okay, y'all? Which I'm hoping they don't do nothing like this. I'm hoping that this is just rumors and it's going to go away. But it's getting louder and louder and louder. And people are talking about it. Now, one thing I have to say about this whole conservatorship mess, okay? And let's address the elephant or the camel in the room, okay, y'all? Let's address it. Because I'm going to say this. This is who she's beefing with. This is who she's beefing with. And do he have some type of, I'm just saying, some kind of pull when it comes to this conservatorship mess? Because we all know how Wendy Williams got into the position she got into. The word on the street is she was telling some things. And people didn't like the things that she was telling. She was exposing things. And one of the major things that Wendy Williams exposed that people did not like, okay, that's tied to these people right here. And this makes you wonder, is this how, this guy moves? We see how he moves. We see how he uses his power to override other people and do people dirty and this and that and that and this. And they let him get away over and over again with harassing people, all kind of stuff, even to the point of harassing a disabled person. And they let him get away with it. He harassed lawyers, all of that stuff. We seen it. We saw this take place right before our eyes. A child that says that he thinks he's the father, he's that baby's pappy, his own child allegedly was harassed, tried to set up all kind of stuff. So this makes you wonder, I'm just saying, is this the same thing he did to Wendy Williams? Okay, because we all remember, quite a few things that was going on during the time that Wendy Williams got entered into this conservatorship. Okay, y'all? She was letting the cats out the bags on a lot of these people. Okay? Now, Nicki Minaj posted this up recently, y'all. She put up Kathy White, y'all. And everybody on my page know who Kathy White is, because I done did several videos on Kathy White. If y'all haven't seen them, go look them up. Pull it up, put Miss Lowdown in, put Kathy White. You will see all the videos I did on Kathy White. Kathy White is supposed to be Blue Ivy's mama. Word on the street. Somebody that allegedly Jay-Z was messing around with. And Beyonce didn't like it. So she ended up being taken out. And Beyonce has been taunting this woman on her videos since time ain't long. Okay, y'all? This is who Kathy White is. Nicki Minaj is exposing it. Same thing Wendy Williams was doing. Expose it. Same situation. Okay? In a different way, though. Okay? This is another thing that Nicki Minaj posted up. She posted up Kathy White and Ramir's mom both passed away so young under such uncanny circumstances. She ain't lying. She said, I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence. And she put the camera on there. Okay, y'all? Nicki Minaj is not playing. She's not playing, y'all. And we all on this page, we all know about Kathy White and everything that Beyonce has put in her videos. She has taunted this woman's passing in her videos over and over and over again. And if you think I'm lying, go look at the videos. If you know the circumstance of what happened to Kathy White, go look at the videos. Wendy Williams, she put Beyonce on blast. Now, yes, she went to overseas and did an interview, and this is where the story came from. But Wendy Williams is the first to post it here. And she talked about it, and she went in on the situation. And she wasn't lying, y'all. If somebody's pregnant, their stomach don't fold like that. Now, a lot of people's like, oh, she just had a surrogate. She did this, she did that. But it's not a surrogate if your husband is fooling around with some woman and this woman gets pregnant and then she gets taken out. And then you running around here with a fake belly. And this woman was allegedly pregnant. That's not a surrogate. That is, you done took somebody out and took somebody's baby. That's not a surrogate, yo. It's a big difference. And Wendy Williams, she put it on blast. Now, due to the fact that Wendy Williams got put on this conservatorship and she can't get out of it to save her life, and now it's coming up for Nicki Minaj, it makes you wonder who is in charge of these conservatorships from New York. And she's in New York too. She's in New York too, Wendy Williams, from where Jay-Z is from. Okay, y'all? It make you wonder, do he have some strings attached and he could get some pull to some people that he can just drop this on people whenever he feels like it. Now, like I said, I'm hoping that it's not true, but a lot of people is talking about it. They're also saying that Nicki Minaj, her IG account has been deactivated, y'all. This is going to get messy. I got a feeling that eventually Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z name is going to end up in court, or somebody's going to end up hurt. A lot of people is saying that Nicki Minaj should back away from this situation because Jay-Z got goons and this and that and that and this. But when is enough enough? How much do you have to put up with from somebody before authorities do what they're supposed to do? And like I said before, why don't Nicki Minaj take Jay-Z to court for the money that he owes her? She invested in his Tidal or whatever, streaming service. And he sold it. And he didn't give her what he was supposed to give her. And this is a major part of why she coming for him. But the thing of it is, Why don't she get a lawyer and go after what he owes her? Instead of doing this back and forth, back and forth. Because you don't want to get to playing with these people when it comes to conservatorship and all of this stuff. Because look at what Wendy Williams is right now. And when, like I said, is enough. Yeah, it might seem like, oh, he ain't going to be able to do that because she got a husband and this and that and that and this. But when you got a husband that's kind of working against you too, that's not out here doing what he's supposed to be doing, then this right up his alley. That's my personal opinion. And Nicki got to be careful of stuff like this. How much money is Nicki Minaj worth right now? Let's look it up real quick, y'all. I'm going to look up her net worth. Sometimes they are off. Sometimes, you see how they lie on Jay-Z like he got money and he out here begging and borrowing. Okay, y'all? Let's see what she's worth. $150 million. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. $150 million is her estimate, y'all. This is what they're saying. And it could be more than that because I heard some rumors that she was a billionaire. I don't know if she's a billionaire. I don't know if that's the case. But 150, they saying in between 150 million and 190.5 million is what Nicki Minaj is worth right now. That'll make a husband sing a different tune. The one that's already cheating on you and doing all kind of stuff and you getting into it with. They say when Nicki Minaj was going on tour, her husband was bringing women in the house, adult entertainers, and entertaining them. Okay, y'all, him and his boys. So, do you think for 1 minute that he wouldn't be down for a conservatorship? I'm just saying, if you already doing your baby mama wrong and your wife, that'd be right up his alley to be in charge of all of her money. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this situation. And I'm going to say, prayers up for Nicki, y'all. Prayers up for Nicki because she is, she dealing with some stuff right now. My personal opinion. She's dealing with some stuff when she's going up against Jay-Z now right now. She really is. And it's a lot of people worried about her right now. They really are. Because they feel like if they really want to get to her, they'll get to her husband too. And that's another thing you got to consider. Would they be willing to go after her husband just to get at her too? And then get her in this conservatorship? Because, she's doing a lot of, releasing video, posts and all kind of stuff, take it back down, all kind of stuff. That could be something that they would consider and be like, oh, is something wrong with her, or blah, 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 blah. But what better way to get at her than to get her husband out the way? It might not even be her husband. Her husband might have her back 100%. He might. But you're talking about people that play dirty. And if that's the case, what won't they do? You see, Jay-Z he don't stop at nothing to get what he wants. And that makes you wonder too, is Nicki Minaj's husband in danger? Because for this conservatorship to be popping up as if he don't even exist, is that the plan? I'm just asking y'all. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this whole situation. This is getting out of hand. This is getting crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think about why Nicki Minaj is not suing Jay-Z for the money that he owes her. Instead of just going toe-to-toe with him on, social media posts and this and that and that and this. Because it's starting to make her look bad that she keep on going, It's not making her look bad, but it's making it look as if maybe she nitpicking or whatever, but she could just be tired of him getting away with stuff. She not that, a lot of people is cut from different cloths. Some celebrities sit back and let Jay-Z and P. Diddy and them run over them, and they sat in their corner and be quiet. They didn't want no smoke. They didn't want no problems. They didn't want no smoke. But some people ain't about to deal with that. They about to let him have it in whatever way they can. And it seems like she's that type of person. That she is tired of them. And it is what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. This got Jay-Z name written all over it. I'm just saying. Okay, y'all? It does. This is what it looks like. And this is what it looks like now that he played a part in what happened to Wendy Williams. So y'all let me know what y'all think. At first, when Wendy Williams was put under this conservatorship, I thought that they put her under this conservatorship so they can get her ex-husband hands out her pocket. because he wanted her to take care of him and his woman. And I don't know what's going on with a lot of men out here now, that if you get a woman and you think that there's somebody else supposed to take care of this woman, you're supposed to take care of this woman, not everybody else. And there's a lot of that going around. And this is what Wendy Williams had to deal with. She had to deal with a man that cheated on her constantly. She was the breadwinner. And then he wanted her to not only, he didn't mind her getting a divorce, but he wanted to live off of her for a while to take care of his new woman and his new baby. And everybody been calling Kevin Hunter out on why won't you get a job and take care of your own woman and your baby. You want your ex-wife to pay for everything. Buy her a house, but if she want to start a business, you want your ex-wife to pay for it. This is what Wendy Williams had to put up with. And a lot of people felt like this conservatorship was done so that she could get out of, him in her pockets. But now we see that it's a bigger picture than him just getting him out of her pockets. Because if this was to protect Wendy Williams, the people that took over her money and took over control of her money, they wouldn't have spent all her money too. They did the same thing that Kevin was going to do. Kevin was going to spend all her money on his woman and his new child. And it looks as if the woman that took over her conservatorship, she's spending all Wendy Williams' money too the same way. So what was the purpose? So it seems like it was a bigger thing going on with that. It wasn't about protecting Wendy Williams and her money and this and that and this. It was about bringing Wendy Williams down and taking everything that she had. And that's what they did. Everybody and their mama sitting back watching Wendy Williams talking, walking, and everything, getting along good and in her right state of mind. And they're acting as if we stupid, that we don't see that this woman is capable of handling her own decisions. If you didn't put people like Whitney Houston in conservatorship when she was smoking her kneecaps off the hinge, y'all saw how skinny she had got. They never took her rights away from her money. So why do Wendy Williams, out of all people, they feel like that they got to turn her to a little kid, like they got to control her money? This seemed like it was something else, a bigger force behind this whole situation. And now it's looking like that same force is coming for Nicki. Now the question is her husband going to roll with it, or is they going to roll over him too? Is they going to be like, because they did, just think about Nicki Minaj. Not Nicki Minaj, but Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams has other family members. She got a sister that's a lawyer. Why in the world wasn't her sister or any of her other family members considered for her conservatorship? Why? Why, y'all? They gave Britney Spears that choice. Her mama went through being her over her money. Her daddy went through being over. Even her sister went through being over her money for a while. But Wendy Williams, her family, oh no, everybody was off limit. They made the choice to put this other woman, an outsider, over Wendy Williams' money, who took from Wendy Williams just like they claim her family was doing. Make it make sense, y'all. Then they try to blame it on her son and say, oh, he was stealing from her. This is why we put somebody over her money. If somebody's stealing, you lock them up. You press charges on them. You do something. You don't punish the person whose money that they stole it from. That's what they did, and nothing that they've done to Wendy Williams makes sense. And now, like I said, the whispers are going through now that Nicki Minaj is headed that route. This is what they're saying. And if that's true, then you got to look at Jay-Z. I'm just saying, y'all, you got to look at him. Is he tied to this whole Wendy Williams stuff? Just like it's looking like he's tied to Nicki Minaj. It ain't no way around it. You got to pay attention to it. And like I said, for them to act as if this woman ain't even married, as if her husband ain't going to take over her conservatorship if she was put in that type of situation, to act as if he don't exist, is that the plan for them to try to get rid of him? Is Nicki Minaj's husband in danger right now? You got to ask yourself this question, because they look like they're trying to make some power moves right now. And they're trying to bring Nicki down. So stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. Prayers up for Nicki Minaj, and hope that, this is not what's really going on. But this is what's being said, y'all. Anyway, please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. And thank you all so much for watching. Peace.